Alrighty, and we are live on the TLRC channel. My name is June, and today we are continuing the D&D session of the Land of Altia. Oh, hey, there's Zach. There he is. He made it just in time.
Oh, just in time.
Alrighty. So to keep up, just to do a bit of a recap of last week's session. We successfully defeated the boss that was there, and the what was it, 23 enemies? Yeah, it was 23, right? Like 23 different enemies. We successfully defeated all of them with little with little damage, I guess you could say, like done to us. I think the people who took the most damage were probably the tank characters, so both Adrian and Zach were taking most of the hits, but for the most part everyone didn't really have to do much when it came to having to, like,
you tried to kill me off screen.
no, you were just close. You were the closest one to the enemies, and they'd always go after you. Like hell, we had two bugbears go after you, and you still won, so it didn't even matter. Like you rolled 20s. Anyway, as for that right there, we finished up and we defeated also the boss, the big black shadow wing thing that left a dark feather in its place. I don't remember if anyone picked it up.
Me.
You did? Okay, alright, so Adrian picked it up.
You said it was part of my thing.
So you
My stand.
Okay. So you picked up the feather, and then we left off with someone yelling "princess" and from the distance, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So we come back to that scene where we're all just gathered up in the center area of the town, but at the front courtyard of the church. What?
Or has there been a rest of any kind?
No.
So how much HP am I supposed to be at?
The HP that I gave you.
Okay.
I mean, you healed when you went into the cathedral, but you don't have, like, like if you did like a certain thing that required a short rest to regenerate. You don't have that.
So I'm at max HP?
No, not right now. You were fighting, so you should be hurt still.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, how hurt am I?
Look at your character sheet. I edited it.
Okay.
Did I not do it? I thought I did.
No, I didn't remember if that's from the last time I was actually here to control my character.
Okay, well, your character, after I did all the stuff with the fighting and the blah blah blah, he should be like, he's like in the lower double digits area. Let me see. Because I know you're close to death, but I healed you. Yeah, you're 18. You're 18 HP. So, remember, I told you to add the XP, so make sure you do your numbers. But, as for abilities wise, like, don't worry about fighting today, because I don't have the fucking patience, nor do I have, like, the script written down for fighting, for the most part of today's session. Today's session mostly will just pertain us talking about the world around us, the government, certain characters, and blah blah blah. So you guys just pay attention to what I'm saying. If you want to make a comment, you want to talk, or you ask questions, let me know immediately, and I will explain it to you as we play the game. So as we left it off, we were in the courtyard. We're pretty battle damaged. Everyone's pretty tired after like going after horde of skeleton zombies, goblins, and
Yeah, I need to restock up on arrows and crossbow bolts.
bugbears, and we had one dire wolf, two orcs, and a big boss. So Leora comes out, and of course we already took the stuff from her. She gave us a name tag, or like a tag, some sort of tag for the dog. So now the dog that we have is officially named Char, and he is now under our watch. But so he's gonna be with us for now on, little dire wolf. That if you guys didn't understand what exactly happened, I did explain that the puppy would transform in this big puff of smoke, and it would become much bigger with a different color palette all over it, and it would be able to charge enemies while it's on fire, and while it's it also has some sort of ranged attack that it spits as some sort of or barks some sort of dark energy that comes out of its mouth. So that's what Char is. Char is some sort of I have him written down as a direwolf still, but he has special abilities to him. That if you guys remember from episodes before, when I connected with its heart, I saw it in the situation, and then it didn't understand what was going on, and it saw other direwolves in there. So if you put 2 and 2 together, you can figure it out on your own. Okay, as I speak, we are going to continue where these guys came up. So here we go. We're back to this. So we're sitting in the courtyard. A guy runs over, yells, "Princess!" He runs over and he's running out of breath. He gets down. And he heavy breathes.
Who is this guy? You know him?
Leora explains that she's one of the soldiers, or well, more of a captain of the Earth Kingdom army.
Dragonborn.
He breathes and he regains his breath, and he says, "Oh, thank goodness you're safe." Whew. The rest of the men have already taken care of the other parts of the town. We'll take care of the rest here. We need to get you right to the capital. Is what he says to Leora. Leora looks at him and says, "Sounds fine. How do you plan to get us there exactly?" She said the soldier responds and says, a few minutes down the road, there is a God damn it, there's something in my throat too. There is a train that we can take over.
June sucking dick there. I mean, what?
Got him.
Anyway,
Got him.
she says, "All right, fine. We can go as long as I can bring these people with me." She points at us, all dirty and cut up.
A bunch of idiots.
It pans over to us. We're just like some of us are bleeding, some of us are like cut up, some of us are picking their
I'm trying to eat the
Yeah,
bone meal.
we sort of sworn to be bodyguards until we got to the city, so...
You see, I forgot that I have to pay to get my new warlock stuff, so I'm trying to summon my weapon. Like, why isn't it disappearing in my hand yet?
He's like,
You poor.
he looks over and says, "Okay, yeah."
I walk up to him.
Okay. He looks down at you and says, "Hello."
Hi. I walk back.
He looks at me and I just do a face palm and just like, oh god. It's like, anyway, yes, we'll follow you. Just lead the way. So he leads us towards the train station, about a couple minutes down the road from the exit of the town. And I'll describe what the town looks like as we walk past towards the exit. As we all remember, the school was pretty close to the bar that we were going to. And that bar, the tavern that we went to, was nearby the exit of the town, the other side of town.
Oh yeah, the daughter got fucking killed.
So, as we walked through, we see the building that we were at, where we were going to give the lady all the direwolf meat. You see her and the husband sitting on the staircase of the tavern, and behind them is the rubble of their tavern. The woman is in tears, and the man is in a cast. His arm is hanging to his right. It seems that from what you guys can tell, it looks like he is injured in that entirety of whatever happened to that tavern.
Oh no. Not the beef jerky.
Tyr laughed in the school. It looks like it's pretty much like it's been untouched. It seemed the teachers that were there kept that place very well protected, but only kept that area protected. As if they never even realized that the rest of the town needed help. The teachers sit there and don't pay mind to the rest of the town as they continue to do as they wish. The fuck was that?
That was the
sad.
roommate. That was my
Okay.
roommate telling the dog to be quiet.
Okay. So, so we continue to walk out to town, and we make it to the exit, and you just see piles and piles of dead goblins and bugbears. You see some of the soldiers start to put earth around them, and then it seems as if they are manipulating the earth, and they just push it right down into the ground, like as nothing even happened.
This is an avatar.
Is there no cleric?
They're earthbenders.
This
Is
is an
there no
avatar.
cleric to make sure they don't come back from dead?
Are they gonna burn that?
I mean, they're buried in the ground.
I mean, it seems like, from what you guys can tell, you just see them pile the bodies of the same type, and they wrap them up in a bunch of earth, and then they push down all the earth with the bodies into the ground, and they keep it, and it just goes right down under.
I guess it's just a mass burial.
In the great down under.
Seems like it could be bad if that goes into the water, in the groundwater.
What?
You said it'd be bad for the groundwater?
Yeah, if it goes into the groundwater, all that rotten meat.
We're not here. We're not here to fucking solve the fucking pollution of the water.
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure there's at least one person in this town that knows purified food and water.
Yeah, he.
As you leave the town, you turn around, and all you still see is a bit of smoke still flying out of the sky, and the group continues to walk down the path to follow the commander to this train station. He explains that when they got there, the entire town was already surrounded by a lot, and he means a lot, of random creatures of the forest. It was difficult to penetrate themselves in through, but they used the power of 5 soldiers to rupture the ground to cause them to trip over, and the swords battalion came in and took care of the rest. After that, they pushed in through the town and helped the citizens who they could, and he had to watch a lot of people die in front of him as he tried to save them, but it was too late. As soon as rubble came down upon them, they cannot touch wood and try to save them, because the majority of the town was wooden based. Everything is just made of wood besides the school. The school was actually made of marble. So the school was fine, and it was easy to manipulate what they needed to get done. Plus, they had teachers who were really strong. So when he said that the school is looking fine, they literally were not at all in trouble, but they only cared for the school and the students within the place. As he continued to walk down the path, he explains to you guys that he asks exactly where we come from, being that why exactly are we with the princess herself?
Oh shit.
It was a
Oklahoma.
matter of chance. We had to run into each other. What are you
motherfucker?
So he hears Zach just say we're from Oklahoma, and he hears Taylor, and he explains it, and he's like, I don't know what an Oklahoma is.
Doesn't
very
matter.
small, very remote, lots of farmland.
Very ugly.
Lots of farmers. So are you from the outer parts of the Earth Nation?
Sure.
There's lots of tornadoes. Please tell me you know what a tornado is.
He says he says yes, he does. It's just that it seems that if that were to happen, then something's wrong with the Sky Kingdom.
Fuck. The Avatar.
I think they don't watch that area as much. It's a little out.
Hey guys, I don't think they have seen the Legend of Aang.
And I look at you guys like, you guys are really making these Avatar jokes while we're here in this world. Like, come on, bro. He doesn't even know what it is.
Who said I was?
No, not you, Taylor.
He needs to go watch some Avatar.
We can't watch anything in this world.
Let me open my menu.
Hey, all we need is someone with
How do I embed a YouTube link?
we need someone with Prestidigitation.
We don't even have a browser. We just have like shit that gives us DLC news and shit like
And
that.
then you see me and Adrian start reenacting my Avatar scenes.
No, we need prestidigitation.
Wait. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh,
No,
no.
fuck, I'm rolling performance.
Oh, God. Where'd you roll it?
I just rolled it. Roll 20.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
I
the
wanna see
general
this.
is super confused.
Hey, let me look at roll 20. I'm not in there, so I have to see this.
You roll a
That's
net 20. Wow.
First roll of
Wait,
the night.
he rolled a nat 20?
Yes, he did. I'm looking at it right now.
I start reenacting the first episode of those.
Dude, it's perfect. It's
So,
perfect.
so we have to stop for just a second and you decide to say, alright, let me show you guys exactly what the avatar is. So you
I
said
wanna
you
like
see...
Earth,
I want to be Katara.
water,
You
Fire.
just use
air.
They're gonna understand it because it's a nat 20.
They're gonna understand exactly what you mean, but they're like, there's no person in the world who's an avatar as he describes as
Wait,
the
so
intro.
when you probably use minor illusion.
No, I don't have minor illusion. I'm just acting this. This is
You
a
just-
one man. This is a pantomime.
You
He
just
is a
see you
minor.
just see Zach just pantomiming the entirety of the first episode in
And
like
it's perfect.
in like 30 seconds, and it's perfect. It's better than the fucking like the drawing thing that we watched where Zuko did the Fortnite dance, but it worked out. So, okay, they look at you with an understanding, but at the same time they're like, huh? And then, oh, okay, so they have the same powers too. They have it as a playwright, is what they understand as you do it with the pantomiming. Since they don't have TV, they understand it as just a playwright. They have
Just
entertainment in
play.
that way.
Okay. Better than nothing.
Yeah. It's like, think of that episode in the Avatar, the Fire
The one
Nation,
where
they go to the when they go to the Fire
it's
Nation.
basically the recap episode.
Yeah,
The
the fire when
recap.
they go to the Fire Nation and they reenact and they looked all horrible, but Zach does way better. He does 10 times better than the fucking thing.
and he did the Fortnite dance, so it's even better.
Oh no.
No, you asked me to do the Fortnite dance, and I just looked at you with a deadly stare.
Can I do the Fortnite dance?
Yes.
But you have to, if you get a low roll, they're gonna beat you up.
All right, I'll try it anyway. What do I roll?
Just roll a d20.
Roll 20.
Plus your performance.
Performance? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a cut you, dog.
Oh shit, he fell.
He's gonna get beat up.
He drops his shield and
well,
He's
he
doing
misses,
Gangnam style
he
somehow.
misses 2 steps and then
Roll damage, I guess.
and then he steps on his fucking
Here, wait, no,
hand.
don't. Here.
He steps
I
on his
got
hand
this.
axe on accident and slips.
I take that much damage.
Oh shit.
What the
You're dead. You rolled a D420 69.
Looks like someone. Okay, Oliver, start making your new character.
See you guys later.
Oh, by the way, Oliver, you're a barbarian, right?
Yeah.
Are you using armor?
Do I have armor? No.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay.
But I did just raid. I forgot about that.
Well, your rage is done, so
Yeah.
like by the time you're done with the fight.
He's dancing and raging.
No, that's why my dance was bad, because I wasn't.
You weren't focused in your dance, so then you couldn't do it properly. Oh my god. Okay. Well, either way, we pantomimed Avatar's first episode for these guys in like about 30 seconds to a minute, and they understand it and they understand what we're talking about. He
Don't worry,
says,
fellas. By tomorrow, we'll explain episode 2. Or play number 2.
"You
Maybe
mean
you should,
Act 2."
maybe you should actually sell this to a theater or something.
Yo, I can make a book.
You know, it'd be funny. Like, imagine that it
Hello,
actually
Marie.
becomes successful, and they're like,
Yo, can I make a book?
I
I actually want to make a book in the game
Okay,
and
you
try
don't
to
have
sell
any
it.
You're gonna have to spend like you're gonna have to spend like a few days
Yeah,
or
you're
a
gonna
few
spend a few
hours
days.
over days.
Yeah, you're gonna have to spend a couple weeks to get like the first like entirety of that show down,
Chapter 1.
and then you
Or,
have to make
water.
sure that it's like understandable, like how they enact
Coherent.
it.
And
Coherent,
Ooga
yeah. No, just ooga booga. You can just ooga booga.
Yes, okay.
Hey, come on, I'll help out. We get it's a team
Yeah,
effort.
Okay,
50-50.
well, let's. I tell you guys, shut up. Let's get to the Earth Kingdom before. He's
Alright.
like, oh yes, yes,
I thought we
yes.
were in Oklahoma.
Oh my God, Oliver, shut up. Let's get. We need to figure out how to get out of here anyway. So,
Easy. Use the exit door.
Roll a navigation.
No,
Find
Is
it.
there a
all
god
we
we
need-
could kill to possibly really fast?
God.
No. We have to find the little girls controlling everything.
Samantha?
oh no.
No,
This
the
is
little
not gonna
girl
be
who,
the Ether
who's actually an evil
storyline,
scientist.
It's
Okay,
freaking Call of
we
Duty
continue to
zombies.
walk
Could
and
I
we
just
make it
become an
to the.
artificer and figure out how to hack from winning inside the game?
Oh my fucking God! I'm not writing anything like that, so no, you're not gonna be able to hack the game.
Hacker
but-
man.
This is what I get for having a 9 intelligence.
Ooga booga.
Okay, we make it to the
Confused.
station, and we just see a track, like not like a regular track, like we would normally,
train?
Track?
like to us, we would expect to be train tracks to be on there where the train would be, but we don't see any train
I
tracks at
know.
all.
I think I know what it is.
Is that the Kyoto bullet train? Oh shit!
What the
There's
fuck?
gonna be some guys pushing this thing like a sled.
Wait, no. It's gonna be Earthbenders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said. They're gonna
Yeah.
be pushing it like a sled.
Oh shit! Here we go.
So you're
You
saying
see-
there isn't an
you
old
see-
lady just trying to peddling it?
What the fuck?
That was my true reference.
Okay, so we make it there, and we see the train stop. In the back, you see two people as if they were pushing the train the entire time, and then the other people open up the doors for the rest of the
June,
people to come out.
before they get there, they're on the way there, and as they're closing by, you hear the old town lady sing this song. Do that, do that. That's it. That's my bit.
Is that you singing it, or
No,
Wait,
it's them.
it's
They're
them?
singing.
they
Yeah.
wouldn't even know what that song?
Shut the fuck up. Add some
no,
fun to it.
no, you can sing it, but they wouldn't know. You have
All right
to-
then.
Yeah, like you just as we continue to walk, our group just sings along to Camp Down Lady sing this song,
Captain Lady sing the song. Do the.
and then you just see Zeph, Bernard, Leora, and the commander just wiggling their fingers and dancing along with you. Like that's literally what they're doing as they listen to you.
Oh,
sing
do
it.
that, yeah. Oh,
Why are you dancing? Sit around like.
If you don't stop, I will literally murder you.
Oh my God.
You don't want to respawn.
Oh, by the way, has there been long
That's
enough time for us to do a
Oklahoma.
short rest?
Like some Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's been long enough for you to do a short rest.
Oh, my hands. I shouldn't have done that.
And like a bunch of Oklahoma closet twisters.
Twisters.
All right, so while we're doing a short rest, I'm turning the longsword +1 into my packed weapon.
Okay,
Oh shit, we're doing a short rest. All right.
yeah, heal yourselves up.
Oh baby.
And now I can summon my short sword +1 from anywhere. I toss it out the window and summon it.
What the fuck? Is it like a keyblade then?
Yes, it's a thing where I'm proficient in it, and then no matter what, and I can summon it from anywhere.
Oh, good. Same thing with my weapon then. My weapon's about the same. I don't have to summon it. I can put it in and out. Okay.
I
so-
also make my strength score useless because now I use my charisma for my attacks.
And your challenges is nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
We make it to the station. You see other people leaving the train. From what you can tell, the train is made of pure earth.
Did
But
you see
But somehow you wonder how exactly is that thing moving on its own? And you see,
Wait,
of
when you
course,
say earth, do you mean like dirt or rock?
like hard rock. Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody pick up Michael's stuff outside.
Or somebody eat my spaghetti.
It was me.
No. I knew it was a Jewish guy.
What?
Shut up, Zach.
You know what?
In challenges 9, motherfucker looking ass.
Okay.
You know, fine. I'm gonna just use disguise self and make myself look like you and flip you off.
Oh. Oh.
You're like, oh,
Oh. Arakateko night.
oh my god.
Arakateko night.
You see people coming out of the train, and you also see other people trying to advertise stuff to buy stuff from them.
Oh shit! They have ads in the game. What is this?
They're
Fallout?
not just.
Oh, they're selling cheese grinders.
Oh my
shit.
god.
What? I need one of those.
They're not just ads. They're just people who are beggars. They're beggars, basically.
Ah.
Like,
So it's Bethesda. Okay.
So like,
It's like I can.
It looks like Top Hour.
oh my god, just think of what do you call it? You know, like New York City's subway stations. That you see people down there just begging. Yeah, but this is out in the open, more out.
I thought there'd be someone at least in a costume dancing around.
Yeah, doing the Old Town Ladies and this song.
There's people who are playing earth drums, which sound interesting and
Ooh.
weird because what they use are actually crystals, and the crystals chime at different tones.
Leora,
hear 'em
what do you
play.
think of the homeless?
She looks at you and she says, "It's a terrible thing to happen, but it is part of the Earth Kingdom's economy."
Yikes.
As you can tell, the Earth Kingdom runs as a bureaucracy.
Fucking communists.
I mean, you should see what the Fire Nation has, but I'll tell you later.
Yeah, they have
she's-
Prince Zuko.
Well, no.
He's dead.
When she says what the Fire Nation has, she says they explain that they use 1 day to let crime happen.
Oh
That's
no.
about it.
So they have the
Okay.
purge, huh?
Yeah, the
Oh.
Fire
I-
Nation has has a type of purge where they burn all the poor people to death.
Better enough. Oh, that sounds
So,
cool.
upon hearing this, I'm like, all right then. I'm gonna spend the next hour making a crossbow and have some fun when we get here.
When we get to the
Oh,
fire,
no.
to the Fire Nation, well, the Fire
Really?
Nation's
Yeah. Oh, you see, what improved pact weapon, I'm able to make crossbows. So I'm basically spending an hour to create a heavy crossbow.
You make me one.
So
No,
it's
only I
basically-
can use it.
Well, fuck you.
So
I
it's
can use
basically
any weapon I want.
So it's basically your Eldritch
If you
Blast,
don't
but
want.
you don't have to use a spell. You don't have to use it as a spell.
Pretty much.
Eldritch crossbow.
Eldritch crossbow.
Pretty much.
He
So
says.
what is this train?
So he says, "All right, everyone, get onto the train. The next stop is the Earth Nation."
So, is there a water one?
He says, "Yes, there's the Water Kingdom. There's the Air Kingdom, which is also known as the Sky Kingdom. There's the Darklands, and of course,
Oh,
wait, what did you say? Oh,
I can't believe you're Lion King when you said the Darklands.
Oh no.
oh no!
I thought it was Zach's home.
Oh my god! And of course,
I'm gonna aim my fucking crossbow at Adrian's head.
It's not done yet.
He's also called, and also the the Holy Mountains. And Leora says, "And that's my kingdom."
Oh. Is it? Can anybody enter?
She says that the Holy Kingdoms are open to anyone. It's just that it takes a very long time to get there if you don't know how to, if you don't have it registered on your travel stones.
Oh. So it's like entering the USA.
So wait, we need travel stones?
Travel stones are how you're able to get to each location quickly. If you have not been to that place before, it will not work, and it only works on one use.
Ah, so we're playing Divinity, okay.
So think of okay. So you know in WoW, there's a race that's in that okay, it's the forest race of those like purple looking people. I forgot what their
So it's
name.
like a
They're
town
called
scroll.
night elves.
They're night elves? Is it night elves?
They're
Yeah.
not.
No,
They're not night elves.
No, Alliance. They're part of the Alliance, and they are.
Yeah, night elf.
No, shut the fuck up.
What's the race that has a giant tree that goes up? You have to climb up if you don't pay for the griffin. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Okay, there's a race starting area in WoW in not classic, the regular, where you
I know.
have to travel by either walking up the entire tree, like
Are you
around
talking about
it.
the name of the tree?
No, the race that lives there.
It's the fucking night elf.
It's
I
not the
promise,
fucking
I
night
promise.
elf. It's the fucking goat people.
Oh, that's not their starting.
Tieflings?
It's
No.
No,
not
the goat people. No.
It's from
Oh,
BT, the Burning Crusade.
Are you talking about satyrs?
No. What? No.
What fucking
It
goat
is-
people are you talking about?
This is making me mad because I know who they are, but I don't remember the name. Oh my fucking god! I don't remember the
Okay,
name.
well,
They're
if you-
called Draenei,
Okay.
No.
and that's not their starting the tree. Night elf start a tree.
Is it not
Run.
us?
No. Night elf
Why?
started in a tree. Okay, you're talking about the Draenei.
It's a Dra-
Fuck off, they're the Draenei.
Okay.
The
well,
Draenei are the alien people
Okay,
that came
so-
from
The
another
Draenei,
planet.
A and they
Okay.
are together. Just the
So,
Draenei.
so think of that tree, okay?
Oh my.
But think of it 10 times larger. And this is like where the location of the it's basically above the Sky Kingdom, so it's a fuck you to her sister below in the clouds, but she's all the way up there, like near celestial space. That's the point of where it is. As she basically
So
describes
imagine
where
a
it is.
giant pillar of.
It's not just one. It's like multiple. It's a range
Yeah.
of mountains.
Well,
that
I'm
reach
thinking,
the
now you're making a Dark
stars.
Souls at the bottom of the like
No.
Gray Lake.
It reaches the stars, so that's why she says it takes a long time. If you're gonna do it by foot, it's a very long time to get up there. So
Well, it's been
people
1 year. We finally made it.
people usually buy the crystals to travel there, which are
What
expensive.
if I just whoa my way there?
You can't woe your way there.
Watch me.
You're not gonna woe your way.
I mean, I haven't chosen the
Well-
new spells I got, so I could choose spider climb and just kind of climb up there that way.
Couldn't
bitch.
someone use a feather fall spell and throw someone?
They would
True.
no, because all feather fall does is keep you from dying from falling down.
I mean, you can try to climb it, Zach, but it's literally a 90-degree angle the
How are
entire
your grip
time.
gonna hold?
oh,
And by the time
spider climb ignores that stuff.
by the time you get to, I mean, can you not fatigue?
Well, doesn't it have a duration?
Let me check.
Couldn't you fatigue from it though too, since it is
Ends
technically
up
part
to
of
an
it?
hour. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up and down and on crowd's vertical surfaces and
1
upside
hour?
down.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna take you an hour to get up there.
Yeah.
And there's
Wait,
like
hold on. No. Let me think about
he's
this.
gonna.
I can move 30 feet. So each turn is dashing, and each turn is 60 seconds. So that's 10 turns a minute. So that's let's see, 600 feet. 600
You're
feet
not
a
making
minute.
it,
I'm
man.
dashing.
You're not fucking
So
making it.
I can go at least almost that's only a mile.
You're gonna fall down by the time you get there.
So 7,200 feet if I use
Unless
both my
you can-
warlock cantrips.
Unless you can-
7,200. Zach is about 100,000 feet in there.
All right, then. Is there any places to where I would be able to like rest for an hour?
No, there's not.
All right, then. Now I'm gonna find some fucking boots of spider climbing.
Just motherfucker.
He's gonna try so hard to climb instead
I'm
of
gonna get two
walking.
immovable rods.
Let's just fucking try to purchase a travel stone. It's easier.
But this is more interesting.
Just watch him constantly keep trying to climb the 100,000.
You'll
foot
make
mountain.
it.
Death has no meaning. I only lose my experience. As long as I don't find anything, I'm not losing much.
You don't respawn immediately, and also it takes you a while to get back. There's no respawn area near the fucking mountain.
All right, first step: make a respawn area.
He puts a Minecraft bed down and sleeps there.
You know what? I got a better idea. All we need is earth move. I forgot what it's called. Let me
Golden
see.
Sheepers.
Shape Earth. All we need is two people
Oh.
using Shape Earth down below to make a tower. Just put someone on top of the first bit of Earth and constantly keep making a tower up.
So Minecraft.
Yes.
So make a dirt tower going up 100,000 feet right next to it.
Oh wait, I have Misty Step also. Oh, that's only 30 feet.
Bitch.
Oh my god, we'll figure this time out later. We're probably gonna forget about it because it's gonna be a while till we even have to get there anyway. Alright, so we get on the train and you see the Earth people close the doors with their hands by clapping, putting their hands together.
And the
And
Fortnite dance.
you hear people inside as well. You see some of the Earthbenders inside start to do shift movements, and they start to do weird, like, swimming motions with their arms to help move the train. From what you can tell, as there's also the other two people you saw pushing the train from the back. And off the train goes. We all sit
Choo
there.
choo.
There's no choo-choo because there's no engine.
Yeah, just
I'm the
grind,
engine.
grind.
Ooh, I could turn invisible.
We sit down and we look at each other in the train and we're like,
Well,
yeah, this is fucking Avatar.
yeah, it's like kind of.
It's like the Avatar. It seems like a lot of their movements are very similar. I guess they might have inspired the earthbending type of thing from the show. These developers.
Maybe it's like those knockoff toys that say last last windbender.
No, these are rock movers, is what they call them.
We control the 4 powers.
4 powers. As you see outside, because the train has windows, which is a little weird because all you can feel the air blow, and you can feel how fast the train is actually moving. You see that the train starts to move up onto a more of a 45-degree angle, and then it goes back to a leveled location. You see above the forest, the different towns. You see a beautiful scenery of forest and trees, a couple plain locations, and also, of course, the town Tugadra, as you guys left it as it was. A bit of smoke is still flying above it, and you think about what happened there.
What else do you think is going to happen, guys? I'm pretty sure something else big is going to come.
I mean, the demon did say he was gonna come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We
with
can kill
what?
him.
Then we've
A
been...
bigger army.
We can kill him.
Either that or more dangerous.
We can kill him.
Zach just keeps saying we can kill him, and we're like, I don't want to fight anymore, man. This feels weird. It feels like this world is unnatural. It doesn't feel like a game. I mean, yes, it feels like a game because we just die and come back, but
It feels like touching something with club hand.
Feels like an anime.
it's better not be an SAO.
Oh god, which one's going to die first?
I'm gonna fuck somebody.
We've already died enough, though. I mean, unless
I
you're
mean,
talking
permanently.
about permadeath. That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Bring it on.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you're definitely going to be one of the people who happens to then.
Hey,
Keep
look,
talking
man,
like
I got
that.
brought into this. I got brought into this world against my will. I'm gonna have as much fun as I can.
We all were brought in here against our own will. You act like it's not you're the only one.
True.
we
At least I'm having fun with it.
well, we can keep trying to. I just hope that none of us end up being in a situation that seems irreversible. As we continue to ride the train, we start to see the city itself. It's a gigantic round city. The walls are massive. You can't see past the walls, but you can see behind it buildings that start to grow taller and taller as it goes closer to the center of the town. And in the top of the middle of the town, you see a giant spiraling tower that overlooks the entire city. We continue to go, and the train finally makes it to the station. As we get to the station, inside the station is really busy. Lots of people, different merchants and other people visiting. You see different colors of clothing. You see different types of people, entertainers, pedestrians, business people, all just minding their day as they continue to walk through the station.
Oh, shit, we're in India.
Above, you can see that there's a roof in the station with a few windows. You see a bit of architect that helps hold up the entirety of the building. To your left, you see other people, other trains starting to load and unload. And to your right, you see just people walking to get to the next location where they need to go next. As we step out the train, the commander says, "Please follow me. I will lead you all to the proper quarters."
Huh.
As
I didn't think we were going to get a plate.
He says, but you are guests of Leora, so we must make sure you all have proper locations to stay.
Thank you.
As we continue to walk through, we pass all the people. You see lots of other people all over the place. You see people who are salesmen. You see children with their parents. You see people in the corners just crying as they sit there, nowhere else to go. Or as if they also could have just lost a family member, as they could have been one of the victims of that town.
So refugees.
They've already basically evacuated most of the town, is what the commander says. As you continue to walk past by, you hear people. You hear people talking about what happened, and we take then the staircase going up into the main town of the Earth Kingdom. He says, "Welcome to Gaia." Or Gala, sorry, my bad. Welcome to Gala. This
At least
place...
it's not called Gaia Terra.
This place is known for, of course, being the capital of the Earth Nation. Being the very center and pride of the Earth Nation. Held by our great leader, Zangief.
Excuse me?
Zangief, more like Zanqueef.
Got it? Oliver, turn off that fucking thing.
Huh.
What?
He sounds familiar.
Zangief?
Yes.
Zanqueef.
Does he
Question,
have-
is he
does
a
he
very
have to-
large burly man?
Sangeef from Street Fighter?
How tall is he compared to me?
Very. You're a midget.
Zangief, the Earthmaster, as people like to call him, is a politician
Yikes.
known for his charms and
Oh,
his
no.
physique.
Oh no.
So, gotcha, barbarian.
Has he ever destroyed one of the carts before?
There was an incident a couple years ago where he had to do that. He did it to a cabbage salesman.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew you were gonna say Kevin.
I think Nickelodeon is about to shut this whole thing down. We gotta get out of here before we die.
I'm about to head out.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, shit, if the entire day gets sued and
Just
shut
walk
down,
off the
do we
edge of
just
the- you walk off the
die
edge of-
or...
We get sued for this adventure. They're gonna be mad that my writing was better for the first season than they were.
I'm just imagining the scene in Wreck-It Ralph where the entire world was disappearing. You just see the cease and desist at the top of the sky.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god. Yeah. So, he explains about the cabbage situation, but it's okay. He bought the guy a bigger location, and he points to this tower where there's a rock-shaped cabbage is on the very top of it, and it's called Cabbage Core.
Huh.
Cabbage Cole.
Did
Wow.
they
Even
answer?
stole
I
from
wonder if
Korra?
Hey. Shut the fuck up about Korra.
It's a giant sign that says Cabbage Core, which is apparently the top leading grossing location in the Earth Kingdom that sells the best produce. Of
Oh my
course,
God.
being their best produce is cabbages.
They're
Yikes.
having a place that has stir-fried cabbage.
He says there's a couple of locations nearby in the food district that have plenty of that. A lot of their
Adrian, you
main
wanna burn this
dishes.
place down?
A lot of
Man.
the places are like food locations that have cabbage as like one of the main things they used to eat with. So if you like think of like if you go to a Korean barbecue and you get usually like the lettuce leaves, but you get cabbage leaves instead and you wrap it in cabbage leaves so you eat the cabbage leaf with the Korean barbecue. But
Korean
it's
barbecue is secret for dog.
Jesus Christ. It's just Zach and Adrian just whispering to each other in the corner.
Adrian, who's your god, by the way?
Obama.
So when you learn channel divinity, who's gonna come down and help us?
Obama.
Oh,
Oh
God.
God.
Remember what he did in Syria?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh God, June, you do realize at some point Adrian will have a 10% chance to literally call upon his god to bail him out of whatever
Yes.
situation he's in.
Yeah.
Like it's a very short chance, but once a week there's a chance he can literally call this god to turn a bag of cocaine into a magic weapon, and he'll say, "All right."
He'll be like,
Here you go.
Here you go. I'm gonna go back to Michelle. Here's an AC 130. Have fun.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
You-
I get kill streaks, bro.
As you just see, as the rest of pedestrians, you go to the right lane where everyone's walking up towards the center of the Earth Kingdom. Of course, we're walking towards the giant spiral, being that it's an obvious location that where the Zangief could be located at, and of course, Gaia, the goddess of Earth, is probably located at. So we make our way up past the path. You see different stores, different booths, a lot of open areas. The design is very, very, what do you call it? Because it's not just plain rock. It uses multiple different types of earth, such as marble, granite, plenty of different types of rock. Even a few things have made of terracotta. As you can see, certain stores like Asian type looking stores have a terracotta type of sail, while if you go next to it, there's a marble building that has different vases and different types of things made of glass that sell things there. The district
granite.
the district we're currently in, as he explains, is the district of merchants. The majority of the location here is the middle class. A lot of the people here are not necessarily poor, nor are they rich, but they all own their own business, and of course, the living sector is in a completely different location. This area is closed off at certain hours of the day.
I would imagine that might cause some problems at times.
He agrees, but yet it does work out much better than how the old system worked, as he says to you. If it was the old system, if they had it run 24 hours, anything at all, it would have issues with how people live and how often people will get what do you call it? Stolen from. He explains that in the older system they allowed people to do that, but a lot more criminal activity would happen at nighttime, and there would not be enough guards here. So when Zangief decided to do a different procedure to it, or different policy, he says he closes right at 9 o'clock and everyone is dismissed to go home to spend time with their families. As everyone goes home, guards are set up here, and also they make these metallic looking tiny spikes that tread the entire floor of each path to prevent people from running through. Because if people tried, they would get stuck. A lot of people there wear sandals, and if they don't, they're barefoot. So it would hurt. A lot of people cannot, and he says, metal bend, if they, unlike most, only certain types of people can do something like that. So
Legend of Korra.
when you look down on the ground, you see these platings. Like it looks like a dragon scale type, like a scaled type of ground, and it goes different directions. The direction you see yours going is from going down is a U shape. On the other side, it's the exact opposite direction. So it prevents people from going up, and prevents people from going down. So people cannot pass going through the plate, going up to go back, or to go down to try to go to different stores down below. So they have that location closed off, and of course they have the entire doorway closed off to the train station, so then they cannot continue through. Anyway, we make it finally to the spiraling tower. We walk inside and you can see a beautiful usage of different types of earth that is glossed up in the entirety of the building. You see gold, iron, you see different types of things. You see copper combined with different metals to make a beautiful piece of artwork above you, like some sort of chandelier of crystals of different types of elements, different types of rocks and metals and jewels all together just sitting above you in this gigantic chandelier in the middle. And below it is like a reception area where you see 4 different attendants sitting there and minding their own business, and people are just walking past. You see different types of races as you see walking past. Even somehow you see a few bugbears and a few orcs.
Orcs or half orcs?
Orcs. Regular orcs.
Orc. Suck.
You just see people traveling through, passing by, walking, going up the stairs, down the stairs. It's like some sort of weird central citadel area where people just pass through to make it to each part of the town.
Well, I guess this place must get a lot of business from everywhere.
Is everybody here welcomed?
He says yes. And as you
I guess that's what they let Aaron in.
As you walk in, you feel a cool breeze come down through above you.
Huh.
And it's like, I'm like, wait a minute. Do they have AC?
Maybe it runs like a termite mound.
I mean, my AC is 16 with my shield.
No, not that AC. They have air conditioning in here.
You know, it could run like a termite mound, actually. They could have specialized air, like airflow.
Damn.
Taylor, they have AC.
They have AC in the MMO. How did they have this detail in this game?
These motherfuckers have electricity.
All right, I want to see the developers log.
Okay, who's farting?
Oh my god, it's like you I walk out and it's like, oh god, it's hot out here. You walk in like, oh god, it feels good. What the hell? This makes no sense.
It might be the architecture, in all honesty.
They have AC.
They have AC.
No one's set it. Well, technically yes, but it doesn't mean they have to have an air. Don't mean they have to have electricity for it.
He looks at you.
They
and
have
says,
AC.
He looks at you and says, "Ah, you mean the air control temperature?"
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna slap the shit out of Aaron.
And we're like, yeah, the temperature in here is different from outside. He's like, oh yes, we have many people here. You see, apparently below us there were the ancient Warforged people that used to live here, and they seem to have left one of their old pieces of technology after they disappeared those many years ago. Our scientists have currently finally found out how it functions, and we decided to use it, and it works out for everyone. Even the hottest of the hot can finally be cool.
And here we are using magic. Fuck presentation.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty fun spell, but when you fucking somebody.
He says, "Follow me up here," and then, from what you can see, it's a circular platform,
Oh
and
no.
you see green circles flowing around. We all walk together onto the platform.
Oh
You
no.
feel the ground shake, and it raises
Oh.
up.
I
An
know.
elevator.
They have elevators in here too.
Well, I wouldn't be that surprised.
What's next? A fucking KFC?
I'm pretty sure they can have oil, spices, and flour.
Welcome
So,
to Earth Kingdom
What's
Fried
next? A
Chicken.
Big Mac?
Adrian, don't make me slap you.
As we go up, you pass the food court, and you see a chicken shop.
I'm
Zach, are you
I
going to fucking
stare
go
at it
over
like,
to KFC?
What the fuck?
There's a fucking food court in the tower.
There's no way they have a Walmart.
No, they wouldn't have the department store in the tower, Adrian. You're crazy. And we go to the next
No.
floor, there's a department
Oh
store.
my
Oh my god.
Welcome to
What the fuck is the
Walmart.
marketplace for?
It's like, oh, this is just where all the easy stuff is made. If you need something simple, just come here.
Instead of Walmart, it's called Floor Mart.
No, it's called.
Hey, do you guys have any magic items?
Ah, yes, there's a magic.
No, it's called
district.
Boom Mart.
You go.
Ooh.
You go to fuck. You go to fuck. You go to if you go to that department store and try to buy anything magical there, it's probably as close
Very
to
expensive.
no, it's close to a con as possible. Like think of going to Walmart and then like you find like this stupid nifty tool that uses magic, but it's like a really low frequency of that magic.
Oh.
I just want a dark shard amulet.
That would be the jewelry section, but we're not gonna stop by there today.
I just want a Nerf gun.
But it'll make my warlock stuff stronger.
We'll figure out how to get that later. Right now,
Eldritch Blast.
we need to go to the location for us to stay at.
Oh, Adrian, I do other stuff than cast Eldritch Blast. I also cast Hellish Rebuke.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure I'd rather learn where we can learn something from.
It's like this place is really advanced. Like it's advanced for where we just came from. We were in a place. We were in a tavern in locations that had no AC. No, nothing like this.
June, question. So since you do have this, should I buy an Earth Arcana? Because there are spells that are based around technology.
Oh no.
Um,
I'm pretty sure there's one that summons a magical vehicle.
the only technology here right now I can tell you confidently is the AC. Otherwise,
Yeah.
the other tech. If you're thinking of
It's not advanced stuff. It's very simple stuff. Like there's one where you basically just churn off a switch without touching it.
There's nothing you can use out there though. Everything else is technically still magic use because the elevator is actually using a green crystal that has wind, like an air manipulation to it. So that's how you're able to go up and down. It manipulates the, the usage of earth and wind or air
Oh my
to make the
goodness.
platform go
Okay,
up and down.
okay. Is there a musical chord where they have Earth, Wind, and Fire playing? Remember?
Do you-
Adrian, we're not gonna go
Well, I-
question whether or not this guy's an alien.
You know, although I'd imagine that would be more of a kitty thing because that would be just the representation of the nation.
All right, 2 weeks and I'll tell you.
I mean, you know what? Just because Adrian said it, I want to role perform again.
No, he's gonna sing Earth, Wind, and Fire.
As we're going up the fucking elevator.
It's the elevator music. Is it's what's playing?
Oh no, I definitely want to sing Gloria. That's a
Oh, no.
So we just
The
start singing it
21st
together.
night of September. Oh no, this makes all over up again.
We're just dancing on the
wanna
elevator. Like the other people who are with us are looking at us
standing
strangely.
still. I'm not joining it.
You're just looking at us.
This couple.
I'm
wanna
just
see you.
not happy with this.
There's this couple and this orc just looking at you and you're like, what the fuck? They're like, it's not even 21st of September yet.
That's why I said, do you remember?
That's right. That's the whole purpose of the song.
I'm sorry.
It's like,
Do
it's
you
okay.
remember?
He says, it's okay. You guys seem fun.
Do you remember September 11th? I
know.
do.
Yeah, it just gets a little too far sometimes.
He's like, you people seem out of this world.
Yeah. You have no idea.
That's probably because we were raised a little wacky.
We finally make it to the floor where our quarters are, and it
We're
says
still dancing.
floor 97.
Ah, you missed an opportunity.
What?
69.
We did 69 last session.
69.
Anyway, we're in
Let's
floor
get in
96.
those fucking beds.
We finally make
tired.
it to our quarters, and we go to sleep. We get to our rooms and relax. But before that, before we completely all relax, we hear a yell outside our rooms.
You rolled something.
As we open the door, me and Adrian and Taylor open the doors to our rooms to see what's going on outside. We see Aaron being dragged out of his room, screaming for help.
Oh no, wait, he's a magical being.
As he's being pulled away, they take me, Adrian, and Taylor along with them and handcuff us.
Hey! Could have just asked us to come along.
What the hell is going on?
You don't put this on me.
If any of you guys touch me, I will literally set you on fire with my mind.
It doesn't mean that. Disregard that.
He does mean it.
Yeah, and they handcuff Zach right after he says that.
Burn them.
Just for
Is this how we're gonna play tonight?
Zach.
Fine. God damn it.
And we leave it off there.
Just prove it to them that you can do it. But don't.
Wait, hold on. I wanna go into a rage and like break still. I'm like, I'm gonna keep them on and say here, I'll keep it on, but I'm not keeping my head shaking together.
Okay, yeah, so
I mean-
we'll leave it there today. So that's all we're gonna do. That was a lot of fun. But next session, I'll say here's what they're gonna say to you guys. They say we are under arrest and we are going to trial. There you go.
What?
For what?
Where's Liara?
Liara's not there. She's talking. She's already went to the 100th floor, and while we are resting in 96.
The fuck?
You'll find out why we're being arrested.
It's because Zach's with us.
Wait, we gotta get Dragonborn, huh?
Yeah.
Oliver's Dragonborn too, but he's not even cuffed. He's not going along.
Where is he?
Oliver is in his room, jerking off to something probably. The only
Probably
people who didn't have to go to trial are my friend what's his name, Johnny,
Boingo.
and
Boingo.
and Oliver. They're the only two people who don't have to go to trial.
Arrested.
If you can figure out right now why you think we're going to trial, you'll figure it out. It'll be very
Is it
simple.
because of all the
Because we're
goblins you
reviving.
killed?
No.
What is my
What, Oliver?
what is my investigate? Oh, -1. All right.
Oh, it'll be insight.
You're not going to. You're not going to figure out. You're not going to be able to figure out because you weren't there.
I have a -1 insight.
But if technically 5 of us were there,
Confuse Oonga Boonga.
so you have
Why
to figure
are
out
we being?
why we're being arrested.
Can I
Oh.
Are you sure I
What
can't
is
roll
it?
insight?
We
Taylor.
saw something we weren't supposed to see.
What? Maybe I
think-
wasn't there. Was I there?
I can't roll
No.
insight for this.
No,
Damn.
because this is referenced in our story. You guys just have to remember exactly, like what I'm talking about. Why we're being put. in
What you talking
cuffs.
about, Taylor?
You don't kill people.
No.
Yes.
Wait, I remember something.
A bunch of enemies last time.
Something we weren't supposed to see.
Taylor-
We saw Panda.
Aaron?
No.
Oh God, no.
Nobody was supposed to see that.
Adrian wasn't there for that, Taylor. Just so you know that. I mean,
Oh,
like, if you're
no?
thinking, if
We
you-
saw. We
of the
read
situation,
Aaron
Taylor-
and Panda fanfic.
We
of the
came, we
situation
saw, we
of
kicked some
Taylor,
ass.
he's talking about. No, it's something else. Think a little further.
I was there, right?
Oh, you're talking
were
about that
there.
guy talking to the fucking bugbear who disappeared?
No.
We did something.
It didn't have to do with burning the town, was it?
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Uh-oh. No!
Oh, damn it!
No, that was Aaron's fault. He could have jail for all I
What did Aaron do?
No.
Well,
God damn it, what
Go
did
to
Aaron
jail
do?
for all I care.
Hold on. Understand in their perspective, the entire town is dead. There's no one there, and the only survivors left are the 5 of us just walking out like nothing happened.
There's a wizard.
The wizard TP'd the fuck out of there when he could.
Shit!
He wasn't there when we walked out. Out that cave, we talked to him, poof, he just fucking left. He wasn't there
Oh.
anymore.
By the way, did you guys, any of you guys move your characters to the one I made so you could use the books the guides that I bought?
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
He's talking about his campaign where you guys can move your characters over there to give them certain feats and whatnot.
Like you would have more
Oh.
options than one. Basically, you would have more than one option for yourself.
No? How do you do
Okay,
that?
here you go.